Hi sweets and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to do a bronzy look. Normally I don't go for that. I try to look as natural as I can, and I'm not a bronze goddess. I'm a regular, normal, light to medium skin tone. Yes, I live in a tropical island, but my schedule doesn't go along with my beach time. The option that I have available is to pretend that I am bronze. So I have already applied my foundation, concealer, and I have set my concealer, and I did my eyebrows. I haven't done anything else because that's where the bronzing part gets into. I'm going to use this palette. This is the Smashbox, the Cali contour. You can still get this, and this is what we call a multitasking palette. You have your blush, a bronzer, contour, and I forgot that I had this powder highlight, which is so good. And we have two highlighters, a bronzer highlighter, and this is a shimmer highlighter. I have my dogs as well today, so you're gonna hear them playing in the background. They don't leave me alone, so they're here. I'm gonna still use the powder part of this palette, and I will try to highlight a little bit my under eye, and as you can see, it really do its job. Look at the difference between this side and this side, and I'm going to apply it in the middle part of my forehead between my eyebrows, and I'm going to set the bridge of my nose with it and my chin. I haven't set my complexion. As I said, I only set my under eye. This is the Alamar brightening brush from the last collection that she launched. And for bronzer, I'm gonna use this kind of a brush because it is oval enough that I can contour or be very precise where I want the application to go. I'm not gonna use the contour part of this palette. I'm just gonna go straight to the bronzer. The bronzer is a neutral tone one. Take it from the pan. And I'm going to place my brush exactly where my cheekbone finished, trying to connect it to my ear and to my hairline. Here in my hairline, to my ear, and now in circular motions, upwards circular motions, I'm going to blend it. Why upwards? Because I don't want it to lower more where I place it the first time. What I have left over in my brush, I'm gonna take it to the sides of my nose, because when the sun hits us, it doesn't hit exactly here, it hits us in the beginning part of our forehead, in the bridge of our nose. That's why we get all red and rosy from the sun in our cheek area, and a little bit in the chin. Now I'm gonna do my forehead, just in the sides of my forehead. I don't have a big forehead. You have to customize this tips and tricks to what actually suits you or help you. Now for the highlighting part, I'm gonna start first with shimmer highlighter. It's really small brush because I want it not to be too much, just kind of a natural touch to the skin. When I am satisfied with the placement, I'm gonna do this circular motions movement just to make sure that is extremely well blended. The bridge of my nose, starting kind of in between my eyebrows and not in the tip of my nose, but really near it. I don't like the tip thing, and a little bit in my cupid's bow. Now I'm gonna go to the blush that I have here in the palette. I really like this blush. It's a neutral blush. It looks so nice in any skin tone. And since the shape of my face, as I said, I have kind of an elongated face, I cannot apply my blush in. If I were to place it in the apples of my cheek, it would be placed here. And since I'm not 20 years old, it won't look good. So I placed it a little bit higher, going towards my temple, so it would flatter and lift my face. And now I'm gonna use the same brush that I used to apply my bronzer. I'm gonna go to the bronzer highlight shade that I have here. And I'm just gonna brush through the places where I have applied my bronzer, just to give a touch of that shimmer in my face. And this is how everything is looking so far. Really glowy, really fresh, and I like it a lot. I haven't set my complexion, and I'm gonna use the Becca Hydra Mist Set and Refresh Powder. I'm using this because I want to finish it up in the parts where I haven't applied any powder at all, which is my jawline and a little bit on top of my eyebrows. Now I'm gonna set everything in place with my MAC Fix Plus, mostly in the sides of my face. Now that the complexion is done, I'm gonna go for my eyes. I'm gonna keep using the same palette, and I'm gonna go to the bronze shade, and I'm going to contour my eye. It's mainly to give definition to my eye shape. I don't use my natural crease. I have downturned eyes and a little bit of hooded, so I apply or place my transition shade above my natural crease. I'm just giving definition and a little bit of depth to my crease and outer V area. Look at the difference between one eye and the other. This one, it looks more open than this one. This looks really flat. I'm going to apply a little bit of this shade in my bottom lashes. You can see how cohesive this side of my face looks in comparison to this one. I really like my skin. I'm loving how my skin looks, but whatever. Let's do the same thing in the other eye. With a blending brush, I'm gonna use the blush shade to really soften the edges of this placement. And as I said, to get that cohesive look. I want to give a little bit definition to my lash line, top and bottom. I'm gonna go to the contour shade, and I'm using this angle but still round brush. It's a small one to intensify the outer part of my bottom lashes. And I'm gonna do kind of the same thing in my top part. I'm gonna go for the same highlighter that I use in my complexion, and I'm going to place it in my mobile lid. I'm not being careful with this shade, just to be clear. I'm just tapping it. To brighten my inner corners, I'm gonna go to the highlighting shade. Now I'm going to curl my lashes, apply mascara, look for a lip, and it will be a really juicy, glossy one. So sweets, this is it. This is the entire look. I really love how my skin looks. Actually, this can be also a casual, everyday look, but the complexion is really glowy. I'm not greasy because everything is set. It doesn't look greasy. It looks like a healthy glow from within. I will do this more often. You can change the colors. You can still do the really glowy, juicy skin, and you will look amazing. I'm 40 years old, and with this look, I'm pretty confident that I look a lot more younger than I am. So this is one of the pros of this kind of glowy complexion. And the lip is just a lip liner, and one of the Fenty Gloss Bomb. This is the Diamond Milk. It will give you this really juicy, glossy lips. So, sweets, I hope you like it. And if you did, please press the like button. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. I really appreciate it. And if you want to get notified every time I upload a video, press the notifications bell. And I will see you in the next one.